Hello, my name is Ivy Prosper, and I tell stories from Africa and the African diaspora. Now, this is a part of a series that I want to share that is very personal. This is the story of men who left Ghana, they were working at Valco, and went to Canada. Now, one of these men was my father. Sadly, my father passed in 2007, so he's not part of this video, although he comes up in conversation. This is a series of interviews, conversations that I recorded back in 2018. And it's just been sitting there, and I think it's time to share these stories. These are men who made the decision to leave Ghana for Canada. And that's how I ended up in Canada, because my father made the decision to leave Ghana for Canada. And I ended up growing up there. Now, growing up in Canada, it was like a family. They formed the Valco Family Association. My dad was the president, and we had these events in the summer where we had these barbecues. At Christmas, we had these Christmas parties, and we all came together, all the kids as family, cousins, our aunts and uncles, all having the time of our lives, getting to know each other, experiencing Ghanaian culture while in Canada. So it was a wonderful experience, and I wanted to share stories that these men have about what they went through when they left Ghana for Canada. Was it worth it to move to Canada? Did they think that it benefited their children, themselves, their wives? Do they have any regrets about the move? Would they go back to Ghana? I found all of this to be very interesting to have these conversations. And you know, we don't talk to our elders enough. And that's why I felt I should talk to them, find out more about them, and learn about my father through them as well. So I hope you enjoy these conversations that I'll be sharing as a series here on my channel. And I hope that you can share your thoughts about what you think. And I hope it inspires you too to talk to your family members, talk to your elders, learn about each other, because they definitely have stories to tell that you don't know, help to shape who they are today. So let's get into this video.
In the 1960s, Ghana launched one of its biggest industrial projects, which was the Volta Aluminum Company, known as Valco, and it was powered by the newly built Akosombo Dam. The factory was designed to smelt imported aluminum, and it was part of Kwame Nkrumah's bold vision to industrialize Ghana and make it a leader in African economic independence. It represented progress for Ghana. This video archival footage shows the Ghanaian Commissioner for Finance, Brigadier Afrifra, when he was visiting Valco with the Secretary of the Ministry of Finance, Giassi Trum. They are touring the Valco smelter. This was back in September 1967. They also took the time to visit the training school to visit some of the newly recruited staff. Valco was largely powered by the Akosombo Dam, and it became one of Africa's largest aluminum smelters. At its peak, Valco employed close to 2,000 people who were almost all Ghanaians. The project was actually a partnership with America's Kaiser Aluminum, and they helped to secure funding for the Akosombo Dam, which largely powered Valco and the rest of the country. Now, Valco was more than a factory. It was central to Kwame Nkrumah's dream of making Ghana an industrial powerhouse. Thinking about the fact that my father and his friends worked at this factory, which is part of Ghana's history when it came to starting an industrial revolution at that time in Africa, is really, really amazing. Now, I've never been there before, and I decided to take a drive there so I can see the place myself. The factory is still there, but it has gone down in numbers since the 1960s, but it still exists. So this was my first time to go check it out. So let's go and see Valco.
So I'm here at Valco. For me, it's like, I don't know, I don't know if it's nostalgia because I've never actually been here, but knowing that my dad and his friends all worked here, and then forming that Valco Family Association in Canada, and just always hearing about Valco, Valco, Valco all the time, and never really knowing the place. And now for the first time in my life, actually coming to the grounds of where Valco is, it's almost like it feels like where it all began, even though I know that My dad and his friends, their friendships actually started, most of them started before. There's a lot of bonding that happened while working right here. And with my dad being gone since 2007, having passed away, I don't really have a chance to talk to him about things. But I don't know, I feel like this connection just being here right now. So, yeah, I'm glad that I finally made the trip to come here and see Valco with my own eyes. So I'm here outside of Valco, and it's really cool to be here knowing that this is kind of the place where it all began, where my dad and his friends all worked together before they immigrated to Canada. It's kind of a really, I don't know, it's like this heartwarming feeling knowing that this is the place where this foundation all began. So it's kind of cool to be here. I'm glad that I'm finally getting a chance to come out here, especially hearing all the stories about their lives working here, and of course, forming the Valco Family Association in Canada. So I love being right here, right now.
So they didn't allow me to film inside, but it was great to stand out there. So let's jump into some of my conversations. So the first person I'll be talking to is Uncle ABJ. Albert, Benjamin, Josiah, Arthur, ABJ. So I meet up with him in Ghana to talk to him. I happened to meet him with a friend of his who currently works at Valco since the 1980s.
Yeah, it is 6 to date. And I'm in running room maintenance as of now.
What does Valco do now? Because before they were doing parts.
No, we do aluminium. We export aluminium.
So exporting aluminium.
Yeah. Imports.
With me, I was at Valco from 69 to 75, and I left Valco and immigrated to Canada. And since then, I've been in Canada up till now. And Faraj is my best friend here at Comtinai. We've been best friends for quite a while.
Yeah.
Bodies around the area, and that's how I've been buying some of my soft drinks and water, whatever drink I need. I come to buy it here for my friends.
Are you sure it's just water?
Oh no, it's not only water. Actually, I'm good with mustard beer. I like mustard beer anyway.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
So, by all means, I'll let you see people. I will let you see my boss there. Maybe see what he can
Okay,
do.
Faraj, thank you very much.
Okay.
I'll come this evening to see you. Right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I'll call you.
Yeah.
So when I came here and I was talking to him, he told me, "Oh, the Valco hasn't closed down yet." I said, "Wow, that's a surprise." So he started there as a welder. Now he's on the maintenance side, pottery maintenance. So he's there up to now, and actually we've been friends for so many years. Ever since I lived in Comty, 9 years. And that's why I go for my stuffs, buying the drinks, and some of the drinks I buy it from there, and others too. I buy the bread and everything from the other side too. So that's it.
So you thought Valco was closed just like I thought it was closed?
Yes, I thought Valco was closed, but I learned from this guy, this man, that Faraj. I call him Faraj.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he told me they are still working, and he is working there. So I learned it from him some years ago. So he's been working from Valco since then, and I've been friends with him for the past almost about 15 years or 20 years, ever since I started living at Comty 9 years. And I've been living in Comty 9 years since 1982. So that's about it.
Whenever you're here, do you feel like you miss Canada?
Actually, home sweet home. Sometimes I miss Canada. I miss those my good friends, because right now I don't even call them friends, I call them my relatives. Some friends are more than brothers. And yes, I miss Canada.
And
Because
then when you're there, you miss Ghana?
if I'm there too, yeah, I miss Ghana. Because Ghana is my hometown too. So both sides, if I'm here, I miss Canada sometimes. And if I'm in Canada too, I miss Ghana. Because anytime I'm home, yeah, I feel like I'm home. And anytime I go back to Canada, right now I retired. So I joined the Marine, and that's about it. If I go right now, I'll be home, going up and down. But in Ghana here, I get so many things to do. I get a farm to operate at Timoda, and I get some relatives at Cape Coast. And I've been going from Tema to Cape Coast all the time. So that's how about it. And from here to sometimes I go to Achimoda to visit the farm. And I love the farm. The farm is yielding a little income for me, so I like it. So far, the farm too, I planted some of the palm kernel trees and oranges and plantain. I was at the farm last month ago, and it was not all that bad. I get some workers to work on the farm sometimes. So actually, I love being home all the time, but it really keeps me very active. It makes me very active when I'm home. Also in Canada too, when I join the seafarer, when I join the ship, it makes me very, very active. So I don't feel boring when I'm in Canada or in Ghana. All the time I have something to do. Yes.
So tell me about the first time you met my dad.
Wow. The first time I met Joe was in the year 1969 when I went to Valco to do the exams at machine shop. So I met Prosper. Actually, the real name is called Mr. Prosper Agbamoji. And we call him the Tall Joe. He was very nice to me from day one till the time that God lay his mighty hand on him. So Joe Prosper is not a friend of mine. He's a brother. Yeah, he's a brother. Actually, anytime I mention the name, I just want to cry because I've actually lost part of my side. That's why I can see it. We've been together for so many years. He helped me in so many angles, both inwardly and outwardly. And when I say both inwardly and outwardly, I mean to say on the job wise, on the friendship wise, in anything. Yeah, anything I can recall. In Valco, we do everything together, a machine shop. When the chance comes for us to go to Canada too, yeah, he helped me a lot. And we started Accra Polytechnic doing part-time, our finals. We did all the finals part-time. Myself, Mr. Chris Jai, Achebe Semenya, and Chris Jai, Achebe Semenya, myself, Jamie B. Some of the guys, I can't recall their names. And we did the finals. And when I migrated to Canada too, Joe left before I left. Joe left a couple of months and I left. And when I went to Canada, he really opened his arms to receive me. He stayed with me till I was able to have my own wings to fly. That means till I have a place of my own. He helped me to furnish the place too. Both furniture, TV and everything, he helped me out. He helped me to get a job the first time I landed the soil of Canada. Yes, Joe helped me to get a job. I landed 29 June, I left here 29 June 1975. And that was Saturday. I reached another Sunday. And Monday, Joe took me to Manpower, and I get a job at Apricot Engineers. Yeah, as a machinist. And the pay was good. $6.11 an hour at that time. $6.11 an hour. And that was a good pay job that year, because people were receiving $2.75, $3 an hour. But I was getting $6.11 an hour because Joe Prosper told me to select that job. So we went to the site and I started working that afternoon. And I worked there for some months and I was laid off. And I got another job too. But I live with Joe Prosper at 3480 Heavenwood Drive in Mississauga. Yeah, he gave me a place to stay till I get a job too, and I stay with him till I have my own apartment, and the furniture and everything too. He helped me to buy it, and the TV too helped me to buy it too. And from there, the friendship becomes so great. So they get a chance of going to Red Lake, and Red Lake too. He called me, ABJ, come on, there's money here. So I have to leave the job that I'm doing in Toronto, and I actually went to Red Lake, a mines called the Griffith Mines. Myself, Joe was there. Joe told me, Joe and Semenya, they were there the first time, and they told me to leave what I'm doing because you can make money fast in Griffith Mines. And I was there, and we made the money. So from there too, we came back to Toronto. But before coming to Toronto, well, we spent a couple of years there before coming to Toronto. And we have some issue. The reason why I came back to Toronto was, by that time my wife was pregnant with my first daughter. And so we have some complications, so we have to come back to Toronto to come and look for a job. So I have to leave Toronto and come back. Leave Griffith Mines and come back to Toronto. So I came here and I looked for a job. Saga from the apartment. Mm-hmm. If you want me to stretch it up, I can actually ask me some questions and I can stretch it up.
I want to know, why did you call him Oho?
Well, this nickname Oho is really. I won't say it's a secret or is something like a slogan, or we call it a fee. In the Ghanaian language, you call it a fee. It's some jokes that me and Joe crack all the time. So when there's something to be laugh about it, or something strange, we say, oh. So we take that one, and all the friends learn it from me and Joe. But Joe being my brother and everything, as I can say, he helped not only me, most of the machine shop guys, yes. And he was actually promoted from artisan to technician. And by the time he was leaving Valco, I think he was area technician, yes. He left before I left. Actually, when the chance came, I could remember the time that the chance came, and they left to Canada. And Joe was the one who called me from Ghana, say, ABJ, don't go to Germany. Come back to Canada because all the papers are true. Don't go anywhere. So he actually gave me the courage to come to Canada. And when I came to Canada too, he was the one who picked me from the airport and take me straight home to his apartment. And I stayed with him in Mississauga, as I said, 3480 Heavenwood Drive. I can recall the apartment that we staying with Joe. So the name Oho came as a joke, and all the friends learned it from us.
So once you moved to Canada and you started working, so you got a job through Manpower.
Yeah.
So what did you feel like when you were there as a person in a new country? Like, what were some of the feelings that you felt?
First of all, when I get out from Ghana, when I depart from Ghana to Canada, I was very, very excited because most of my friends from machine shop, they left before I left Ghana. especially Mr. Adansi, may he rest in peace. Mr. Joe Prosper, may he rest in peace too. And I feel so happy when I left Ghana to Canada, because all my friends at machine shop then, they were then immigrated to Canada already.
Were there any things that you felt like as a Ghanaian when you first went? Because, for example, even though I'm Ghanaian and I grew up in Canada, when I came here, I actually felt like a foreigner. Did you ever feel like that when you were in Canada for the first few months?
Yes, for the first few months, actually, when I arrived in Canada, I arrived at Canada, Mr. Joe Prosper took me to Manpower the next day, and I get a job with a company named Aprico Engineers. They're recruiting young engineers and machinists. So Mr. Joe Prosper took me to Manpower, and I get that job. And I was with Aprico for some months. Though I feel like I was in a strange country, and my aim was to work and achieve something there.
So, did you ever feel like you wanted to come home to Ghana when you first were there? Did you have any moments that you felt that way?
Actually, no. I was very happy and excited to be in Canada, because most of my friends, as I said, they were there already. So it doesn't actually strike me at all that I am actually in a strange country, because all my friends from machine shop, most of them are in Canada already.
Did you have any distinct experiences that you felt made it difficult? Because I know that, like, my father told stories about when he would show up at an interview and they were surprised it's a black man. So, did you ever have any kinds of experiences that made you feel like you felt different?
Yes, actually, I have so many experiences, especially with being a black person on the job, with the whites, and as just a black machinist. Most of the companies that I work in Canada, I'm the only black, actually. And I prove to them that I know the job. Wherever company that I work, I try to show them that if I'm a machinist, I just let them know that I can do the job. And a lot of races. In the first place, I met so many races on so many jobs. Most of the jobs that I go, there was a lot of races from the beginning.
What kinds of things were said to you?
Actually, not too much, but what they did was, they will undermine you. The little mistake that you do in machine shop, they will just go there and report to the supervisor. If you correct them on the blueprint, they don't like it. As being a black, they thought that you don't know nothing. But most of the blueprints, we know much better than those people in machine shop, as I can say. Especially with me on the jobs that I've been. Yeah, I've been through a hell with some of the jobs in Canada.
What was the worst experience?
The worst experience was one of the jobs. I worked as a foreman at a Comstock. That's red patch sugar. And I hand over the work order to one of the white guys. And he don't want to do the job. So he came and tell me that he don't know where the location of the job is. So as I was going to show him where the location is, in the elevator, he punched me. But I didn't punch back. But one of the friends, three white guys, one of the friends came back to the shop and called the union. So the union came in, the Millwright union, they came in and they confronted me, who punched me. But I said, nobody punched me. I saved the guy. So they said, no, somebody punched you in the morning. So who was that? I said, no, nobody punched me, because I was the only black person there, and I was the black foreman on that job. So eventually, I didn't give that guy out. So they left. And during the closing of the job, that guy came to me back again, and he was apologizing to me that he was sorry for what he did, because he knew that if I were to tell those superiors, they would fire him. But as I didn't give him out, eventually he became my friends, and all the white, they started liking me. Instead of hating me, they started liking me. But if I were to give that boy out, I know all the white people there, they would start hating me. So from that time, every morning when this guy is coming to work, he will buy me some, he make me coffee and put it on my desk. So that's the worst experience that I experienced. Somebody has to punch me in the elevator.
Wow. So once you got past those kinds of experiences, things got better for you? Or?
Well, yes, things get way better. Most of the jobs that I acquired, I'm the only black person on the job. And most of the job too, I'm the most qualified person on the job. Some of them, they listen to you and they humble themselves to see what you can do.
So what was your training in Ghana before you went to Canada?
My training in Ghana, first of all, I went to Kikam Technical School. From Kikam Technical School, I went to Takwa School of Mines. That's where I did the mechanical engineer craft practice, part 1. And from Takwa School of Mines, I went to Kumasi Polytechnic. That's where I have it so rough, I don't have money to pay for my school fees. And I was struggling hard over there. I came back to Takwa. I worked in the mines for a while. And luckily for me, I met a man called Mr. Midley. So he came to Takwa and he brought me to Tema, Valco. And I came to see the exams and I passed. And I started working at Valco machine shop. And from there too, I didn't give up. I was working at Valco and at the same time doing my finals part-time at Accra Polytechnic.
And Accra Polytechnic, how long did you do you took courses there or you just did tests?
No, I did courses at Accra Polytechnic with Mr. Agbomaji, the late Mr. Agbomaji, the late Mr. Richard Adansi, Kenan Mwako, Semenya, Chris Jai, Masudi. Most of the machine shop guys, we did the evening courses at Accra Polytechnic for about a year or two. The first time we see the exams, the whole class will get 100%. So they have to cancel the exam because they said maybe the Ghanaian student, we saw the exam sheet beforehand, but it was not true. So we went back to school for the following year, and we see the exam again.
And so once you finished the exam, is that what you needed to go and work at Valco? Or?
No, at Valco, as I said, at Valco, we are then doing the part-time at Accra Polytechnic. Working at the same time and going to school at the same time. That was very, very difficult, but we did it. That's the friends that I mentioned from Valco Machine Shop, and we started at Accra Polytechnic. By that time, I was having my own motorcycle. So I was going to and fro with the motorcycle after work to Accra Polytechnic.
Do you still ride a motorcycle today?
Yes, I still can ride a motorcycle, and I can display with a motorcycle. I was one of the dispatch riders during the Kwame Nkrumah regime, Ghanaian young pioneers. Yeah, the trainers at Nungwa. Now the army camp. That's where Kwame Nkrumah trained the young motorists there as dispatch riders.
So you were in the Young Pioneers. I know that I think Mr. Morris talked about it, and Alex Danso was saying that he wasn't really supportive of the Young Pioneers because he thought that they were spies. Some people thought they were spies in that time. So how did you feel being part of that? Did you think it was people being spies, or you were proud to be part of it?
Well, I was 100% proud to be part of the Young Pioneers. But actually, after I finished school, I joined the Navy first. And I joined the Young Pioneers. From the Young Pioneers, I joined the Ghana Navy. For a while, I was recruited in the Ghana Navy. And from there, before I quit the Ghana Navy, they didn't enlist me in the Ghana Navy. I was recruited. So from there, I went to Kekam. I did the late entrance, and I get a chance of going to Kekam. But what Mr. Alex said, the Young Pioneers were spies, I don't agree to that. With me, he have his own opinion, but my opinion was the Young Pioneers, Kwame Nkrumah brought us, and we are not spies. Young Pioneers, we are never spies. So if Mr. Alex said, well, Young Pioneers were spies, to me it's wrong, because I was in the Ghana Young Pioneers, and I was the Western Regional Commander of the Ghana Young Pioneers at Takoradi. The role as a commander, well, I won't say as a commander, I said the role as something like a lead hand, as a front hand, as I can say. So I was the one in the Western region. I was taken to Accra to learn, to advance myself in motorcycle, because I started riding motorcycle when I was young. And from my golden years, from elementary Form 1 to Form 4 at Takoradi, I was riding on a motorcycle without even no license. So by the time I finished my education at Takoradi, I was way ahead as a young fitter. That time they called it fitter mechanic. So it helped me when I went to technical school. It actually helped me a lot. And I learned that trade when I was very, very young, at the age of 7. I stayed with my sister's husband at new site. The man is called F.K. Alute, Felix Bako Alute. He was the one who taught me how to repair motorcycle during my golden years. And I repaired motorcycle till from Form 1 to Form 4, I was repairing motorcycle at Takoradi. And I came to meet a friend of mine. It's called Ni Yate Taki. His guy name is called Kentono. So I started repairing motorcycle at Takoradi with this guy. He's still alive. He's just an old man in the early 70s. And he's still alive at Takoradi. So on my side like that, I started repairing motorcycle, not a motorcycle rider. I know how to repair motorcycle before I went to technical school.
Would you let your children ride a motorcycle?
Of course, yes. If they want to. Because all my children, they can ride bicycle anyway. I bought them bicycles along the years when they were young. We used to ride bicycles in Mississauga. My 3 beautiful girls, yes. If they want to ride motorcycle, yeah, I won't stop them.
You all came to Canada at the same time, within the same few years.
Yeah.
If it was other people, they would come and they would separate and go different ways.
Yeah.
But all of you managed to maintain the friendship over the long number of years. Why did you do that? Why did you think it was important? And how did you maintain the friendship?
Yeah, very good. That's a very good question. Actually, when you talk about Valco, I think the most friendship, the most lovable section is machine shop. We have the fabrication, we have the pneumatic shop, we have the port repairs, we have the port room maintenance. We have so many branches. But concerning unity is machine shop, really. And as we were immigrating to Canada, it's through machine shop that we get the real opportunity, because the Canadian government came and he wanted those people with the trade, and that's where they hit the machine shop, Valco machine shop, and the pneumatic shop, and the fabrication shop. That's the section we all together. So when we immigrated to Canada, the reason why we became one unity, excuse me, is from one friend of us. I won't say Valco people, machine shop, we are friends. We are all brothers. Despite the fact that we didn't come from the same womb, we are all brothers. We can quarrel, but we can come together at the same time. I can quite remember some few years back when we lost one of our main brothers, Mr. Richard Adansi. And before then, we were trying to form the Valco Union in Canada. But the reason why we came back together strongly was, I can recall the time that we lost Mr. Richard. And at my house, I told them we have to gather at my house. And I was able to bring most of the Valco people in Mississauga and Toronto to my house. As the saying goes, unity we stand, divided we fall. So we gathered at my place and decided how best we can do to bury Mr. Richard Adansi. I don't want to cry. But when we gathered at my place, we all suggested to raise up some money. And people were saying, oh, okay, you have to take a paper and write the names down, and this everybody can put any amount on the table. But at my place, during the meeting, I suggested, well, if somebody can pay anyhow, pay any amount of money, $20, $30, $40, or whatever it is, we don't like that. My place here, at least as a Valco man, you have to come out with at least the minimum $100. That's the minimum at my house here. So if you can afford that and you want to pay $60, $30 or $80 even, I won't accept it. When we actually going to make the funeral, you can come there and pay your money to anybody. But at my house here, everybody has to come out with at least $100. So we decided to go home and come the next week or a week after for another meeting from Sir Richard. So during that meeting, you see some miracles. Valco people, they were pulling the money, $100, $200, $300, as far as to almost about $500. But I take the audacity to call those Valco people in Vancouver, in Edmonton. I can recall I called Sunshine, and all of them sent, I told them the minimum is $100. And all of them sent a lot of money. So I get all the money and give it to Richard's wife. I still have the list with me, those who contributed. I write all the names down, and I think I still have the names somewhere in Mississauga. And so the Valco Union is still existing. We didn't let it go. Mr. Agbomayi came and hold it, and we continued the Valco Union, and it became stronger and stronger and stronger. So every year, we have to make barbecue, we have to go for picnic, and everybody has to chip in, and we decided paying some dues to help our own Valco people. And as I'm talking right now, it's still existing. Till the last drop, we will never let Valco Union in Canada die.
Why do you think that's important?
Well, it's important because, as I said, unity we stand, divided we fall. And as we became one body along the years, and that's why we've been together till this time. And it's important because a friend in need is a friend in need. And we still have some good Valco people in Canada. Right now I'm in Ghana. I'm speaking in Ghana now, but we still have some of my close friends. I don't call them friends, close brothers and sisters in Canada.
What is your favorite memory with your friends? One of your favorite memories?
One of the, well, I would say with Mr. Agbomoji, Mr. Joseph Prosper, as I can recall from day one up to the time I'm talking now, he's been my my legend, my number one friend, as I can say. Not only Mr. Dancy and Mr. Prosper, but Richard was there. All the machine shop people, we are all one. But Joe is my favorite memory. Because with Joe, we can communicate, we can do so many things together. Joe have something he will never, he share with everybody. And if he has something good, he will share with everybody. The Valco friends, on the job wise, Joe is there for us. Anything at all, Joe will chip inside. When it comes to money or whatever it is, Joe is there for us.
Was there something interesting about him that maybe I wouldn't know that you want to share?
Well, I can recall when Joe met Mrs. Prosper when they were dating. By that time, I was living at Committee 4, and Joe, I was with Joe at machine shop, and I never knew Joe was interested in this beautiful lady, Mrs. Vera. So anytime Mrs. Vera is going to work, she's going to pass through the back of my house, and Joe will be following Vera, and he'll come and wake me up. ABJ, wake up and see where this lady is going, and track it down for me. So I'll be following Vera. Actually, I was following Vera for so many months, and I got to know that he is going to work. By that time, he was working with one of these companies. I can't recall the company's name. And I'll come and make conquests to Joe. Oh, Joe, you know, I saw her going to that job. So, okay, AB. So eventually I got to know that they were dating together. And I used to visit Joe. And when I go to Joe's apartment, Vera's house, and wherever Vera is going, I'll be the spy to spy on Vera. And Vera doesn't know that I was spying on her. Till I got to know that, well, they were dating and they got married.
Is there anything else? Like Mr. Morris told me that my father played field hockey, and I had no idea.
Oh, Joe played not only field hockey. Joe played so many games. So many games. The one with horse, how do you call it? The horse ride with the polo. Joe Prosper played polo. He was sent to Nigeria. He played so many he played so many games.
I thought it was rugby.
Rugby. Sorry, it's rugby. Yeah, Joe. I'm sorry, he played rugby, and not only rugby. Joe played so many games. Joe actually is in the school. He did so many things, and he's very, very smart. And Joe is very, very clever in everything. He taught me machine shop. He actually educated me a lot in machine shop too. I will never forget when I started Valco. Joe was there with me, and Adadiva was there with me. Chris Jai was there with me. Jamie B. Joe Atta, another Atta. Oh, I can't recall. I can't actually recall some of them. But machine shop, we're just like unity, one body in machine shop.
Do you think that that's still the case with this generation? Do people still stay close in their work environment?
Oh, I don't think so. No, this generation, I don't know, but mostly with the Valco people, we still stay together. The old people, we still stay together. We still stick together. We stay together and we stick together. The remaining Valco people. But with this new generation, I don't think so.
So now that you've been in Canada for many, many years, and you come back to Ghana sometimes, where do you feel most at home?
At the moment, I feel most at home in Canada, to be honest, because all my friends and I've actually spent most of my lifetime in Canada, over 40 something years in Canada. So I feel more at home in Canada more than in Ghana. In Ghana, mostly I come to relax. Canada too, I relax because I'm a pensioner. Though I joined the seafaring after I came on retirement, I joined the seafaring. I went back to Georgian College in Port Cobalt, and I started with the marine seafaring. And right now I'm a seafarer. So without the ship, I prefer staying in Ghana. But if I go there and I get a ship, I feel more happy in the ship, and it keeps me active. Well, I started in the ship as an oiler, and I became an MA, and eventually I joined the cruise ship, and eventually I rise all the way from MA to be assistant engineer in the cruise ship, and I became the chief marine engineer in the cruise ship. But when I joined international waters, I still act like this in your room rating.
So why do you think it is that, even though you feel more Canadian, and I know that the other guys had said that something similar, why do you think that it seems like every Ghanaian always wants to come back home and build a home and have a home here? Why do you think that? Why not just leave it behind as a closed case and you're in a new country?
Actually, it's good to have something at home. Some people decide not to come home again, as I know some few friends, never been home before. I don't want to mention names, but some rest of the people, they prefer to come home. I feel if you build something home and you come and have a place to put your head, it's better to be home. You have a place to put your hair, you have your own small car to move around. Yeah, you love home actually. Actually, you can't be staying here your lifetime. Some people have done it anyway. But when they are sick, they come back to Canada for treatment.
What do you think is the best thing that you gained moving to Canada?
Actually, from Ghana to Canada, I've actually achieved so many goals. I've actually achieved a lot of goals. And it's not my power, it's the power of the Almighty God. He actually made everything possible for all of us. Yeah, when I went to Canada, actually I learned a lot, and I studied hard to and achieve all what I have to achieve. I achieve it through the Almighty God, through the power of God. It's not my will; it's the power of God. When I learned the soil of Canada, the first thing I attempted to do so many things. When I was living with Joe Prosper at 34, 80 Heavenly Drive, I could remember there was a man teaching karate at that apartment, this in hall, and I learned how to fight the karate. And I told Joe Prosper, I'm going to learn and fight karate. That's the first initial stages. So from there, actually, the time came for us to go and fight at Hamilton. And my instructor told me, I didn't come there to learn for self-defense, but during my attitude, if I go and fight somebody, I may kill the person instead of fighting. So I tried to fight in Hamilton to get my black belt, but they didn't allow me. And from there, I moved on. I joined the Bottomville Airport, trying to fly the small Cessnas. And I fly the small Cessnas from Bottomville Airport I joined Brampton Flying Club from Waterville Airport in the 70s. I joined Brampton Flying Club in 1982, where I tried as hard as I can to get my VFR. So from there, actually, I solo a little. I didn't give up, but the money was too much for me. So from there, I quit the school. I did only a VFR. I didn't do the night flying or instrument rating or instructor rating. I didn't do none of them. I did only a VFR. And I quit the flying.
What's VFR?
Visual flight rule. You only can fly by day.
So you still have that?
Right now, well, I still can fly. Actually, if you put me on the cockpit, I still can fly the Cessna. I fly up to 182. And Joe Prosper, they know about it. And most of my friends, they know. And I didn't give up. I'm the person who used to go, never give up. From there, I learned so many things. From machine shop, I changed the trade to I became a millwright. Not only me, most of the machine shop guys, we changed the trade. Some became electricians, some became the millwrights, and I'm one of the millwright people. Agbomaji became millwright too. And most of the machine shop guys, about 90% of them changed their trade.
Did you change your trade because you feel you had to?
No. I just wanted to achieve something extra. That's what I did. And the reason why I quit from machine shop to millwright was I already have the mechanical experience. So it was so easy for me to change from machine shop to millwright. Now I can actually do this in machine my own parts and rebuild whatever I want to rebuild.
You talked about reaching your goals. What are the specific goals that you reached?
Right now, I've actually tried to achieve all the way up to the marine level, the sea level, as I can say. Now I can actually work in any engine room in any ship, and I actually can put me on any type of maintenance, and I can really do it. And a little bit lateral too, not too much lateral, but a little bit. Troubleshooting, yes, I can troubleshoot.
Do you have any regrets leaving Ghana behind?
No. If I were to stay in Ghana, I don't know where I'm going to be by now. Maybe I open my own shop and I will be as old as I can say. Right now, I dye my hair anyway. I dyed my hair a couple of weeks ago. I'm all gray. Well, I like once in a while to dye to feel a little bit younger.
What advice would you give somebody who says they want to go to Canada?
Well, I advise them, yes, it's a new opportunity. If the opportunity falls, they have to take it. Yeah, because if they go there and if they're not, you have to go there to know exactly what you are looking for. If you are going to learn something new or to achieve your goal, you go there and you aim at what you are going to achieve, and you can achieve it.
What does it mean to be a Canadian to you?
A proud Canadian? Well, being a Canadian, I'm very, very proud to be a Canadian, actually. Right now, I won't say that I'm even a Canadian. I'm a dual citizenship. I'm both Ghana, a Ghanaian, and a Canadian.
So you take pride in both of them?
Yes. Actually, I went to Canada and I studied hard and I worked hard. I left here June. I reached Canada. I didn't even spend 1 week at home and I started working. And I worked till I came on retirement. Though I keep on changing so many jobs. If I get laid off on this job, I won't even wait for a month or 2 months. I don't know what it's called, unemployment, sitting at home taking government money. No. Never take government money in Canada. though I've hurt myself on the job. I've hurt myself, and I've been home for quite a while as a sick, but not staying home taking unemployment. Never in Canada. So I'm really, really happy and proud to be a Canadian because I achieve all what I have to do. And in Canada too, if you're lazy, then you can't achieve your goal. You have to set a goal, what you want, what you are going in for. And God will help you to achieve it too. And you always too have to know that there's somebody up there who's taking care of you. So waking up in the morning, you have to pray. Sleeping at night, you have to pray. When you wake up in the morning, you have to say, oh God, thank you for giving me another day. And I've been doing that in my lifetime up to the now that I'm talking. As I believe in the Almighty God, He actually let me be the way that I am now.
What would you say to the next generation of people to keep the Valco Association going? Because it could die with all of the friends. What advice do you have for the next generation? Because you formed the Valco Family Association, right? What do you have to say to us, like me and Andrea and my brother, my siblings, and all of us to keep it going? How?
Well, when you formed the Valco Association in Canada, one of the main target was bringing all the Valco people, both men and wives together, and our children together, and we did it. And we try so hard that our Valco children can actually marry to themselves. We try hard, and we even tried to pay the children their tickets to go on holidays. But any of the boys, they meet the girls, they said, oh, they won't even go there to tell them that they love the girls. They say, oh, you are my sister, and oh, you are my brother. So we keep it up like that, and the kids, most of them didn't get married. So I'm advising the new generation to keep up what the parents from Valco have left behind, to love themselves, to know that their father and the mother left something behind. As I said, Valco people, we are not friends. We are more than brothers and sisters. So with the new generation, they have to keep up what we have actually left behind for them. Oh yeah, yeah, I can see it now. But if you're videoing it there, you can see it there. Now, can you see it?